Oh, shot and fried. Isn't that a good feeling, guys? What's up, guys? This is GN Guy. If you like my content, don't forget to like, leave a comment, and subscribe. So, Shamima Begum is basically in a van down the river. Well, she'd be lucky if she had that. She's now being kicked out of the refugee camp. Her desperate situation just got even more desperate. So they don't even want her there because she decided to go on ahead of everyone in the line that were trying to get asylum. And this is not just a camp full of ISIS brides. It's a camp full of just general refugees, Yazidis, Kurdish people, and just basic Syrians just trying to survive in the hellhole that they're in a civil war, and it's terrible what they are living through. Syrians. The teenager with an infant son, Jerah, which was named by a genocidal 7th century warlord that genocided Jews. Basically, it's imagine naming your son after Hitler. I think there was one white nationalist couple that tried that. So, teenager and her infant son Jerah has been moved from the Al-Hol camp in north of the country due to the safety concerns around her and the baby. Mrs. Begum, who fled Bethnal Green, East London, to join Islamic State as a 15-year-old, recently said that she regretted speaking to the media. Look at that little kid. Usually I don't fault children for the actions of their parents, but I don't think that he deserved to come to the UK. It's the decision that his parents made. They've left Belgium and the UK respectively. They fought against the people of these countries, not just the state. They fought against the culture as well as the civilian population of these countries. Sure, it's terrible when civilians die, but they specifically instead of going just after the hard targets like the military, they went after soft targets like the Ariana Grande concert, and they went against the soft targets for a specific reason. They wanted to instill fear in us. And just want to remind you, they are totalitarians and they wanted to rule over us and enslave people in the West. West is kind of decadent, but it's 100 billion times better than anything else in the world. Believe you me, it's way better than the corrupt crap holes they have in South Asia. It's way better than a lot of these totalitarian regimes in China and the Middle East. The West is it's not the best. It could be better, but it's the best comparatively to the rest of the world. Any other form of government, we have the most stable one so far. In 2019, she gave in the 19-year-old who gave birth a day after she was discovered by a journalist was reported. She wished that she had kept a low profile. Other jihadi brides reportedly angry with her for taking her plight and made death threats. So this is a camp for desperate people. You don't want to, they're on the losing side. And they don't want to be in the mercy of their enemies. That's a very desperate situation they're in. A source said Shamima was directly threatened in the camp. She's living in fear of her life, the bounty on her head. She felt that there's no option to move her and her child in the chance of survival. Shamima, she already lost 2 children, by the way. Shamima has now believed to be in another base near the Iraqi border. She wants to return to the UK, but has been stripped of British citizenship by Home Secretary Sajid Javid. Her son and one of potential hundreds of British babies born to fighters in IS territory in Iraq. Shamima has provoked an outcry in the UK by showing no remorse for joining the terrorist group. If you don't remember, in 2015, that's when ISIS was pretty big. They were ascending. They were cutting off journalists' heads, and this was something that was, when you think of ISIS, you think of them. Back then, you were thinking of them cutting off journalists' heads. That was if you type ISIS in YouTube, you'd see them. You see videos of them, although kind of muted and blurred. They were cutting off journalists' heads. They were destroying people, and she went there knowing that this is what they were doing. She wasn't just groomed. Of course, you're not going to know the entire reality of things. It's like someone joining the United States military. There's a lot of mundane nuances that you're not going to be accustomed to. That's not as sexy as they put in the commercials. But she had there's a vague idea of what's to come to her. Like you don't fully realize what these things are. Sure, these hikes and these firefights in the United States military, like they give you little action shots. See, they look cool, but they're extremely tired to go through. You're carrying about 100 pounds of equipment as well as your rifle. It's more annoying than sexy. But let's stay on the route we were in. Let's not go on a tangent. She suggested she would apply for Dutch citizenship through her IS fighter husband, but the Netherlands has already rejected the idea. Shamima as in two school friends from Bethnal Green, fled the UK via Turkey in 2015. They then made their way to Syria, and she married off to Dutch convert Yago Riedijk, who thought to have surrendered to Syrian fighters around 2 weeks ago. So I want to make a correction. I made a video about her father he was agreeing with the Sajid Javid. He was not actually. It was the article was entirely false. I saw the video and I understand Bengali. What you're saying is that she's a citizen of the UK and the UK should do to her, like, they should take her back and they should she should not be a stateless person, basically. That's what he was saying. They should take her back and they should definitely punish her. He was not insinuating that. And I don't think the Bangladesh government wants her back as well. The Bangladesh government has had a terrorist scare. There's gun control in that country, but that's not the issue. There's hardly any terrorist attacks, and Bangladesh does have a faction that's completely anti-Islamist. It's a part of their history that you could check out the documentary on the genocide in 1971. It was conducted by Islamists that were supported by Pakistan. So Bangladesh has some kind of has a history with these Islamists, and they don't like terrorists. Actually, it inspired Osama bin Laden. What happened in Bangladesh and how the Pakistani government got away with that is something that inspired Osama bin Laden to do what he did. So, let's continue with this article. They made their way to Syria, and she married off to Dutch convert. Whatever, I read that already. The caliphate is in its dying days, and government forces say they will declare victory in about a week. Shamima gave birth to a boy last month. Having already lost 2 children, she made pleas to accept back to the UK. Says she poses no threat. How we need to make that determination. At least give us the time to make that determination. Maybe it take months. Maybe it take years. You'll wait. We don't want you back in the UK or the United States. However, she remained remorseless after reactions of her interview. Compare the Manchester area bombing to military strikes on Syrian ISIS strongholds. Call the terror attack retaliation. Which, United Kingdom did not go after ISIS territory. The ISIS members, they went after soft targets, children, by the way. However, British Shamima's family have called her to come home and face justice for her. They also wanted to raise her new baby boy. They already did a crappy job raising her. I don't think they should deserve her boy. I'm always kind of frightful or kind of doubtful of the state. I don't want the state having this much power, but I do not like the fact that these ISIS fighters have the right to come back. They should not. They should not at all. However, the British officials have ruled out the effort inside Syria to extract her and her son. Her lawyer, Mr. Akunjee, said, "I can confirm that our understanding that Shamima has been moved from Al-Hol due to safety concerns around her and her baby. We further understand that indeed the child has been treated in others have been threatened by the others at our whole camp." I want to put it past ISIS brides to threaten children. By the way, the Queen has a Horcrux. So guys, thanks a lot for listening to me. If you like my content, don't forget to like, and comment, and subscribe to PewDiePie. Thanks a lot for listening.